North Korea, in a move that has sent shockwaves through the international community, has severed all road and rail links with its southern neighbour, South Korea. This drastic measure, announced earlier this week, effectively seals the border between the two Koreas, further deepening the chasm that separates these nations with a shared history but divergent ideologies. The closure of the border crossings, meticulously negotiated and painstakingly established over years of tentative reconciliation, marks a stark reversal of the fragile progress made in inter-Korean relations. The decision, delivered with the characteristic bluntness of the North Korean regime, has fueled anxieties about a return to the tensions that have long characterized the Korean peninsula. This sudden escalation has left many wondering about Pyongyang's motivations and the potential repercussions of this move. Is this a calculated strategy to extract concessions from the South or the international community? Or does it signal a more ominous turn in North Korea's posture towards its adversaries? The Democratic People's Republic of Korea, as North Korea is officially known, has justified its decision to cut off ties with the South by citing what it perceives as hostile actions by Seoul and its allies. Foremost among Pyongyang's grievances are the ongoing joint military exercises being conducted by South Korea and the United States. These exercises, a regular occurrence in the region, are seen by North Korea as a provocation and a rehearsal for an invasion. The presence of American nuclear assets in South Korea further inflames tensions, with Pyongyang viewing it as a direct threat to its security. Beyond the military exercises, North Korea has also taken issue with what it considers to be South Korea's failure to curb defector groups operating within its borders. These groups, which send anti-North Korean propaganda materials across the border, have long been a thorn in the side of the Kim Jong-un regime. The North Korean leadership, deeply suspicious of the outside world, views these actions as part of a broader campaign to undermine its authority and destabilize the country. By severing ties with the South, Pyongyang is sending a clear message. It will not tolerate what it perceives as threats to its sovereignty and security. To fully grasp the significance of North Korea's recent move, it is essential to understand the historical backdrop against which it unfolds. The Korean peninsula, once a unified kingdom, has been tragically divided for over 7 decades, a casualty of the Cold War's ideological battles. The Korean War, a brutal conflict that pitted the communist North, backed by China and the Soviet Union, against the capitalist South, supported by the United States and United Nations forces, ended in an armistice, not a peace treaty. This uneasy truce left the two Koreas, technically still at war, separated by a heavily fortified demilitarized zone, a stark reminder of the enduring division. Over the years, there have been periods of tentative rapprochement, fleeting moments of hope that a lasting peace might be within reach. The Sunshine Policy, initiated by South Korean President Kim Dae-jung in the late 1990s, led to a thaw in relations with inter-Korean summits and the establishment of joint economic projects. However, these periods of optimism have been punctuated by cycles of provocation and retaliation as mistrust and ideological differences continue to hinder meaningful progress towards reconciliation. The consequences of North Korea's decision to cut off ties with the South are likely to be far-reaching, impacting not only the Korean peninsula, but also the broader regional and international landscape. The most immediate casualty is likely to be the already fragile inter-Korean dialogue, with communication channels effectively severed. The closure of the Kaesong Industrial Complex, a joint economic venture that provided much-needed hard currency to North Korea, will further exacerbate the country's economic woes. The loss of revenue from this project, coupled with existing international sanctions, will only deepen the economic hardship faced by ordinary North Koreans. On the international stage, North Korea's actions risk further isolating the regime, making it even more difficult to engage in meaningful diplomacy. This self-imposed isolation plays into the hands of those who advocate for a more confrontational approach towards Pyongyang. Social media giants are making headlines again. X is back in Brazil and TikTok's facing a major lawsuit. Welcome to the latest business headlines. First up, Brazil has lifted its ban on Musk's X, formerly known as Twitter, after the platform paid a hefty $5 million fine and blocked several accounts spreading misinformation. Justice Alexandra de Moraes has authorized the immediate return of X's activities, giving 22 million users their platform back. Now, on to TikTok. More than a dozen US states have sued the social media giant, accusing it of contributing to a mental health crisis among teens. The lawsuit claims that TikTok's addictive features are wreaking havoc on young minds and misleading the public about its safety. TikTok has called these claims inaccurate and misleading. Stay tuned for more updates on these breaking stories. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for the latest business news. See you next time.
If you don't like surprises but still love geology, then this story will crack you up. In the Afar region of Ethiopia, residents woke up to an unexpected and astonishing event. Following a series of earthquakes, hot water began gushing out of the ground in the Dulce district. Local authorities and residents reported that the tremors started around 3 in the morning and continued intermittently. The strongest quake, measuring 4.9 on the Richter scale, shook the area and was even felt in Addis Ababa. The district administration, led by Mr. Ali Sadha, confirmed that continuous seismic activity over the past 2 weeks culminated in this dramatic hot water eruption. Scientists believe that the shifting tectonic plates are responsible for this phenomenon, offering a unique glimpse into the Earth's dynamic processes. As the magma beneath the surface heats up underground water, it forces it to erupt through cracks created by the earthquakes. This remarkable event not only fascinates geologists but also serves as a reminder of the powerful forces at work beneath our feet. Stay tuned for more updates on this unfolding natural spectacle.